Let's now go to our Abuja studio and speak with an election observer. I believe Esther Uzoma. She joins us live. She is a member of the Civil Society Elections Situation Room. Thank you so much for joining us on Lunchtime Politics. Essentially, what can you tell us about the preparations of the Independent National Electoral Commission as it is so far ahead of the general elections?
Well, so far, so good. The Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room, interfaced with INEC to assess, their preparedness. We've done this over time. The resident electoral commissioners are aware of what they ought to do. They've made adequate arrangements for logistics. The ad hoc staff have been trained. And then from our interaction so far, INEC is prepared to deliver, on its mandate, free, fair, and credible elections. We also interfaced with security agencies and did a lot of voter education on their conduct. We sought for increased professionalism, in conduct of elections, and from all indications, they are set to conduct this election.
With regards to ASUU strike, what role or what impact do you think this will have if we know that a good number of ad hoc staff is coming from the universities?
Wow. If ASUU continues on this strike, it will negatively impact on the elections. Because before now, there's a build-up, it's a process. Their trainings have been conducted with staff, and then to suddenly say that they are no longer available, it will negatively impact on the elections because INEC may be forced to seek, staff of universities from state institutions, or might also be forced, and then you cannot really guarantee the neutrality of these persons, from state universities. It is in our own common interest, therefore, that ASUU will seek for an exemption, particularly for members of this great union who are conducting or who will be involved in collation of results or in any other way involved in the elections. Their demands are legitimate. However, for God and country, we will plead with ASUU passionately to exempt, their members who will be involved, who have been slated, to serve Nigeria in this capacity for this period of time. Let them be exempted, from this industrial action. Otherwise, it will have, if they do not, to have a very negative impact, on the general elections.
A few other people have talked about maybe Plan B with regards to ASUU and then, INEC especially, ensuring that everything works out smoothly. As an election observer, what is the optimism for you and other groups as well ahead of 2019, the elections?
Well, we have seen an INEC that has, improved. This present INEC is a great improvement from the previous INEC. A lot of things has changed. And our continued interface with this present INEC gives us hope that, we are going to see, there's more faith in the system. We are seeing an INEC that went out of its way, to ensure that people collected their PVCs. We have seen an INEC that was engaging, quarterly with civil society, updating us. We were interrogating the institution. So we have seen an INEC that has restructured itself. We have seen an INEC that is self-cleansing that does not hesitate to remove the bad eggs from it. So I have a lot of hope, that these elections will be free and fair. It is time for Nigerians to come. Look at the system they are running. They have even opened an e-portal, encouraging citizens. Say, listen, take pictures, take short videos, record and send to us. They also want hands-on. They want to know what is happening at every point in time. That dangers a lot of hope in the system. So I believe from what, from my assessment and interactions with the institution, that they are ready and prepared to deliver on their mandate. However, we must sound a note of warning that disruptive activities, particularly from the security agencies, must be stopped.
Esther Uzoma, she's a member of Civil Society Elections Situation Room. Many thanks for talking to us.